In this video, we are going to cover some techniques you can use to store your device data for long-term usage. When you report state to Losant, we save that data. How long we keep it depends on your data retention limit. The default limit is 180 days for organizations and 30 days for other accounts. Once your limit is up, that data is deleted. However, you can always go to your organization settings to see what your limit is and contact us to get a customized data retention limit. With that being said, there are some cases in which you would want to keep this data around for a long time. For example, the most significant use case for keeping data around is analytics. If you would like to do some crunching of your device data over the last year, you would need to back up that data somewhere and have it all in one place. You could also use this data to train a machine learning model and incorporate machine learning into your IoT application. Now, Losant has many different ways to save your data outside of Losant. Now let's talk about the primary method. If you go to your application settings, in the sidebar you'll see Archive in the menu. This is application archiving. Application archiving allows you to save an application's device data to either Amazon S3 or Google Cloud Storage. Here is how it works. Once data is stored, the data will be moved to your cloud storage provider of choice. We picked 31 days because device state data can be overwritten until the data is older than 30 days. If a device is offline and collecting data, it can then come back online and play back all the data it has collected, up until 30 days in the past. So we wait until the data is 31 days old to make sure the data you could have collected is in your cloud storage provider and is always accurate. So when setting up application device archiving, you have a couple of options. You can archive all of the devices, you can archive all devices except certain ones, which is helpful if you have some test devices in your account that you don't really care about. Or you can get granular and only back up specific devices. Then you get to pick your cloud storage provider. Depending on which one you choose, you'll have to provide the credentials to connect. Lastly, you can specify which directory within the cloud storage provider you would like to store the archived data. Once your settings are saved and running, here is what's going to happen. Every day for data that is now 31 days old, one or more CSV files will be placed in a directory named with the timestamp of the archive date. Each CSV file will represent one of the device's data. Each file will be named with the application ID, device ID, and the start and end time of the data that's being backed up in the file. Each CSV will include all of the device's data during that period. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there are multiple ways to accomplish data archiving within Losant. Because the workflow engine is super powerful, you can always use it to archive data too. We'll talk about this in the workflow course. However, in the workflow engine, there is a bunch of data nodes. These allow you to send data to other sources as data is coming in. For example, you can send data to Google BigQuery, MongoDB, and Redis. Best of all, our workflow engine can trigger HTTP endpoints. So you can always create your own custom API endpoint that captures data and allow it to be stored within your own system. Okay, that's it. In this video, we covered all the different ways you can save data within Losant. Remember, if you have any question, the docs are your best friend. I'll see you in the next video.